this is Lynn with Lynns Hangouts, and we're here tonight at the very cool venue, Sammy's Rockin Bar and Grill in Roseville, with the very cool band Set in Stone.
Hey, what's going on, peeps?
Daryl, Borges.
Yes, right
Thank
on.
Lynn. We so appreciate you today.
Thank you,
right.
thank you.
They call me the Stone, and I feel like one up there.
Well, you don't look like a stone. Well, thank you both for hanging out with us tonight.
Thank
That's
you
awesome.
so much.
Very cool. So this is going to be an interesting interview for Lynns Hangouts. I have so many questions and so little time, so let's get right to it.
Sounds good.
So you have some amazing talent in your band, but I'd like to start with how long ago Set in Stone was formed.
It's just about 3 years ago. You know, Tony, myself, and Dave, we are in a local band down in the Bay Area, Hands Off. And Tony and Dave are pretty well known up around the Sacramento area. And, you know, we've always been trying to do some writing and stuff outside of Set in Stone. And we just kind of came together and with being lifelong friends and, you know, and family as well, and it's just really worked out for us. And
I've always wrote songs with him since we met him in like 87, 88, and
nice.
put the Hands Off reincarnation kind of thing back together. And then he and I ended up moving up here. Irony of the situation is in 93 or so, I put together a band called One Tribe. And he was still out here, but he was kind of doing his thing, getting settled and everything. I called his brother from Southern California, Dennis. Dennis came up and put together a band called One Tribe. We recorded with Frank Hannon up at his home studio in Palm Pines and had a lot of success. Daryl came to our shows and supported us, just begging to get in there.
That's awesome.
So, you know, when that kind of fizzled in the 96 or so, about there, just kind of went on a little thing, put Daryl and his brother Dennis and their stepson Glenn together on drums, and we called it the Brothers Bro or Van Gogh's Ear. Did some covers and had some fun. Really didn't do it much until we started getting back into this thing. This thing has really taken off.
Haven't turned back since.
All right. Well, there's no need to. It's perfect. It's awesome. It's working so well.
Very blessed.
That's very cool.
Still got my brother Dave on keyboards.
Yes,
my older brother, I think he dyes his hair. Pretty sure.
Ooh, should we cut that?
Got my hair cut.
No, the film. I was just going to say, so let's talk about the band members first, and then we'll get to you folks. So how did you acquire them, their backgrounds, their strengths, their talents? I know there is a close touch to fame and fortune involved. What's the inside scoop?
I'm going to say, you know, we kind of had a hands-off reunion type thing, and we got together with the original guys from that. And unfortunately, we had a really untimely death of our drummer.
Oh.
We replaced it with the drummer from my band One Tribe, and then ended up that those guys ended up hooking up with Daryl, coming out here and putting things together. Called me, I called my brother. We got Lucas on bass.
Got very lucky with Lucas.
Yeah.
Lucas, we
He's
absolutely love
bass
him.
player. He was actually took Cliff Burton's place in a band called Trauma when Cliff went to start Metallica, and I also used to play house parties with Cliff in the Hayward, Castro Valley Hills. Just three-piece stuff. We would just jam, and I would trade off solos with Cliff because he was such a phenomenal bass player.
That's amazing.
Had a fuzz box and a wah-wah pedal. We would just do Rush and UFO and Black Sabbath and stuff. And
one of the biggest struggles that we had, that we're now very blessed that we've kind of gone through some, you know, some drummer changes. You know, we just got Dave Jane. We absolutely love him. He's totally fits what it is we're doing. And as you can see from his drum set, he definitely has the big rock show going on.
Oh yes, that was very impressive.
Set in Stone with David Jane.
Yeah. Now he has a little touch to fame and fortune also, with his tribute band that he was in.
Yeah, he was with the Ozzy Osbourne tribute band, all the way from here to San Antonio,
nationwide,
Texas, on YouTube videos everywhere, because he's a monster player.
Yeah, literally.
We're just so thrilled to have him. You know, we got to calm him down a little bit because he's so stoked to be here. He's like, you guys play these songs just like the record and stuff. Here comes my brother.
Here's Dave.
And so yeah, we're just so thrilled. Craig Boom is a phenomenal guitar player who I've known since I came up here. My cousin Stephanie had a record deal in Japan, and my brother and I went on tour to Hawaii and Japan, and we played at Budokan. Played at Hiroshima on the anniversary of the atomic bomb.
Wow, really?
And we were the only American band on the bill. 35,000 little Japanese people and stuff, and we're Asian too, so I can say that.
We can say
But
that.
took the bullet train to Osaka, played 2 sold-out shows in Parkville, but
When we quit,
Craig actually took my place in that band Pink Noise from Sacramento when I left to go back to Hands Off with these guys.
So he knew everything that we were doing.
And when I finally got a chance to bring Craig into this, we took him down to Pleasanton and said, come see our band. He ended up doing sound for us that night.
Really?
And we had another phenom, Rick Milichichi, on guitar with us. And Craig came up to us after the show and he goes, I want a shot.
I went in.
Oh, nice.
I want a shot.
He knew.
And I told you guys he was the one.
Probably one of the greatest decisions that this band has made by bringing Craig in. He's a phenomenal player.
He's a rock.
He's a phenomenal person.
He's the best band
We
member
love you,
ever
Craig.
met.
You're awesome, dude. We love you.
And he's got like 34 guitars and counting.
40.
And now it looks like he's starting to get Van Halen type shoes and fancy guitars.
In fact, I've noticed the change of guitars up there. Every time I look up, he's got
He's got
a guitar.
something new.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's awesome. He's
He's
wonderful.
amazing, man.
Yeah.
So we're trying to fit David Jane in with the vocals now. So it's Daryl,
Work in
my brother,
progress.
me, Craig, and David Jane on vocals. So you know we're squeezing stuff in there that's really not on the records, but that's
Everybody
how we
gets their
roll.
shot. Yeah,
So,
5 guys
absolutely.
singing, man. That's,
I know, that's awesome. You don't see that ever.
You don't.
So,
You don't see it
very
too much.
cool.
The one thing I gotta say, the reason that this band goes is because of the support of our wives
Oh, nice.
and our families.
Nice.
If we don't get our wives' support, this thing goes kaput like that.
Yeah, that's so true. You
And,
have to have
and,
the
and
family.
our circle of friends that we bring, it just keeps growing and growing with musicians.
Very
And
nice.
that's what this is all about, is bringing the circle of musicians here to Sacramento area. We're going to go out to Swabi soon and have a show with Rip Rap for my sister's 50th birthday,
Nice. I'll be
July
there.
13th. We're going to fly her up from San Diego. Because
very cool.
I had my 50th out there, he had his 51st out there,
Wow, nice.
and we do like 4 hours worth of stuff and just nonstop. And
Lynns
it's great
Hangouts will
out
be
there.
As
there.
long as you keep on letting us play, we'll keep on playing.
There you
Doesn't
go.
matter to
There you
us.
go.
Doesn't matter to us.
Absolutely. That's
Just give us the
perfect.
opportunity.
So
we'll keep rolling.
that's kind of us in a nutshell.
That's perfect.
You know,
well, let's talk about you two now, because we've talked mostly about the band. So you're both so very talented. Daryl, you're an amazing singer,
Thank
and
you
you
so
have such a unique voice, and you always pull your fans with all of your energy. You pull your fans right into the show. It's just awesome. We love it.
Thanks.
So tell me more about how you got to this point and your talents.
You know, playing with these guys was a huge platform for me. After leaving Hands Off, I went out on the road for about 3 years with a band called Expertise, kind of playing the Reno, Tahoe, Las Vegas, Hawaii circuit. Had a great time doing that, but it really came back to coming back and wanting to get back with these guys. That's where kind of like everything goes. And you know,
About jam night, man.
you know the jam nights and everything like that.
baby.
You know, it's interesting
How's your
because
teeth?
you know we have so much fun when we're up playing, and probably one of the biggest comments is that that I tend to get is that how can you just keep on headbanging all night long? And the thing is that when we're in practice, we do the same thing. Nothing changes. I mean, so we get our practice in headbanging at practice. So,
We play
so guys, you want to practice the headbanging, you got to do it at practice too. You can't just be when
We
you're
really
doing
do.
it live.
We do this just as intense in front of no one.
That's great. That's
Just
awesome.
because
That's why it's so natural.
We're all OCD and we all have we want to be perfectionists, and we really have a bunch of originals we want to get to now that David Jane gets in and we get him settled. And
Slowly but surely, we're definitely going to make it there. Another really big thing is that for all of us is that we've been talking a lot about family, and both of my brothers are in bands. My younger brother was in One Tribe with Tony.
Nice.
So we've always had just this musical affair.
Wow.
That we've just we've done our best to kind of keep those fires going, and it really means something to us because we're family.
Yeah.
We've known each other so long, and it really makes all the difference for us.
So you actually like each other.
We love each other. We
That's
really do.
awesome.
But you know what? Just like family, we argue like brothers, we fight like brothers, but we
That's
get
good to
along
hear.
like family too.
That's
So
good to hear.
like all of
You're normal.
life's experiences is what we cull from, because Dave, myself, and Daryl, we're kind of the nucleus of the original music.
Gotcha.
And he's so talented with his background in jazz music and keyboards and trombone and orchestrating and
orchestrating our vocals.
he was the
figuring out who's
original
doing what.
band leader in Hands Off.
Oh.
And I kind of took the reins up here only because I was here, not because I was better.
Not by choice.
If he was here,
By force.
I'd gladly hand
Hand
it
him
to him.
over, yeah.
Every
exactly.
CEO has his day. It's time to retire. Take the golden parachute, baby.
That's great. I love
Hey, we
it.
got to get tuned up and get
Oh,
down.
gee, okay. Well, let's see. Okay, you talked about yourself. That's great. I know you're a self-taught by memory guitarist. That's very impressive. Very cool.
Yeah, I learned how to play. I learned a couple chords, and I learned like "Sunshine" by John Denver, and then I learned like "Your Song" by Elton John. Real simple stuff.
Yeah.
And then I started listening to like Joe Perry and Neil Schon from
Michael
Journey,
Schenker.
Michael Schenker, and
George Lynch.
Eddie Van Halen came out, and I really had to start doing these trills and learning how to hum and.
Yeah.
Singing was
Very
your bonus.
I had to memorize it before I could hum it.
Oh, okay.
So it was the memory that captured it, and they just come over and they push my forehead like they're changing the radio channel and go to a different song.
And it just works.
Got the memory from hell. That's what we say.
Awesome.
You know, the one thing that's really important for us that we really want everybody to know, first and foremost, we really, really want to thank Lynns and Lynns Hangouts
Thank you.
for all the support and what she's giving for our local music scene.
Yeah.
But also, it's really important that we're thanking you, anybody that might be watching this video right now. We really want to thank you, even our musical community. All of you guys all know who you are. We love you guys, and we never look at any of this as being competition because we're always wanting to go out and support one another.
Tell us where you're playing. We'll be there to support.
That's right.
Awesome.
We know Frank's going to be here on the 15th, and Sammy's going to be here with the Wabaritos on the 16th.
Nice.
Right.
And
So you'll be here.
Most definitely.
Awesome.
You're that
That's
big
so
local
cool.
supporter.
Very
Most
cool.
definitely.
Very cool. Thank you so much for a
Thank you
wonderful
guys.
interview. We so
Thank you.
appreciate it. Let's go rock it.
You guys rock it, man. See you next time.
All right. Thank you.